Alright everybody, welcome in. We are here into map number 1 of our second best of 5 of the day. I didn't even realize we were going. Sorry, I was looking at Truckee River Speeds. We're going to be heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let me get a Twitch gamble going for you, and then we'll talk about all of the relative stuff. Okay. Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 1 of this best of 5 series. Winner of this series goes into the playoffs, and they will be our 5th of 6 teams. They will be our 5th of 6 teams. Tomorrow we will find our 6th team after 3 best of 5. Today we only have 2 best of 5s because one team did forfeit. The members of Stack of Doom, 1 coin flip, opting for first pick priority. Banning away Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. Three-Legged Cat will have Matt pick priority, choosing Tomb of the Spider Queen, as we do have Sky Temple and Boskaya banned away by Three-Legged Cat. Ban-wise, in-game, Maya Vala from the side of Three-Legged Cat. Stack of Doom will get rid of the Chromie and Junkrat. Lucio in the house is going to be picked up by Three-Legged Cat with a Blaze, and Stack of Doom starts out their draft with a Johanna. Alright, so, Lucio Blaze. Is there going to be an Ausen Genji? Ausen is the one Genji player out there that does use Dragon Blade, so we'll see if that'll be a priority pick for them.
I will fight to my last
Rhaegar, Yrel, Johanna. So a control composition coming out from Stack of Doom. They could be leaning into a Sergeant Hammer composition, so that might be a really good ban here. Stack of Doom, I believe, has played Hammer in the past, and it would work out really well since there's so much control between Johanna, Yrel, Rhaegar, with Purge from Rhaegar, Johanna Condemn, Yrel Righteous Hammer. You could then pick up something with a little more CC around the hammer as well, but they're gonna go for a Tracer ban. I didn't think they were gonna be leaning into a Tracer, but either way, gonna get rid of that one. Ban-wise on the right, could be a tank priority ban. Variant could be a consideration, as Shattering Throw is a really good tool into the Johanna. They also can go still into, like, Mephisto as well, so a lot of consideration here. Oh, Garrosh is not a bad ban either, so Mephisto will be banned away, another Nano-targeted ban. I think all 3 of these bans are actually targeted onto Nano, realistically. The Chromie, Junkrat, and Mephisto, so nice job from Nano pulling all 3 of those. We have, I still think, like, Garrosh would not be bad. No, there's too much self-cleanse and stuff, so never mind. Garrosh is not good. Hand of Freedom, Iron Skin, Purge, of course, as we mentioned. So Muradin, Gul'dan. So a very, very simple, straightforward draft from Three-Legged Cat. They can flex on their last pick, either Auto Attacker. They could look for some Macro with, like, a Falstad, potentially. They could go Abathur, but I doubt that'll be the case. Abathur does work out Ultimate Evolution on Gul'dan. Abathur had on Muradin's fine, or Lucio as well. But probably not going to be the starting pick, or starting draft pick for them. There's the Genji as we expected, and Jaina with it as well. Stack of Doom with a nice blow up, but they just need the CC from, like, Johanna's Blessed Shield and Rhaegar level 16 Earthgrass Totem. So yeah, Jaina Burst is pretty nice, but a lot of good healing, Juggernaut Plating. Muradin has armor with Dwarf Block, or Dwarf Toss baseline. Gul'dan can go into Fell Flame, Fell Armor level 13. Sylvanas would be the last pick. I think this is a stellar draft from the side of Three-Legged Cat. Either way, Twitch Gamble is going. We got 700 to 7K. And let's see how things unfold. Tomb of the Spider Queen, first map in our second best of 5 of the day. Button. Introducing the left side team in our best of 5 playoff determining matchup. We've got Three-Legged Cat, twice on the Muradin, Nano Gul'dan, Captain Rex, Lucio in the house, High Wraith on the Blaze, and Drac will be your Sylvanas. Right side of the map, first time we're seeing them today, we've got Stack of Doom. Cure, which I believe is a sub, is going to be on Yrel. Ausin Genji, Darkmok, Johanna. Linked on the Rhaegar, and Ultralisk will be your Jaina. I've lost 6 gambles in a row. Surely I won't lose the 7th. Surely you won't lose the 7th. Stormbolt from Muradin misses. Yrel jumps in with the Avenging Wrath. Jaina Blizzard goes down. Nano getting a little bit low. The drain from Gul'dan, deflect from Genji, and Gul'dan's the first one to go down the left, but Jaina will be traded on the right as Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas looks to chase in further for more damage, but Ausin and friends are able to back off just fine. Nice sound wave from Lucio denying Cure the Avenging Wrath jump in. Cure heads to bottom lane. High Wraith on the Blaze should be rotating down soon as Gul'dan rejoins the allies. Couple of the gems here in mid lane zoned. 2 of those will go the way of nothing. Well, also chat, if Kaimo hasn't won 6 gambles in a row, just gamble against whatever he goes into. You know? There you go. Pursuit of Flame for Gul'dan, Adrenaline Stim Pack. We've got Third Wind Muradin, Accelerando, and Overwhelming Affliction for Sylvanas. On the opposing side, Zealous Glare, Swift Strike, level 1. Swift is the wind, as this, as we mentioned in the draft, Ausin is the one few Genjis that does have a bit of a different build. Pathfinder was quote-unquote buffed in the most recent patch, but still we haven't seen anyone take it in today's tournament. We did see a few, we saw like 1 or 2 games yesterday in the outhouses where some players were testing it out. Colossal Totem, Fingers of Frost for the Jaina, and Dauntless for Yrel. 35 physical armor for 2.5 seconds after using an ability. Seed Giants in bottom do get cleared away. Jet Propulsion from Blaze, not sure if it was intended to hit Yrel or if it just to avoid the Avenging Wrath in, but Cure does shove things up in bottom lane. Blaze doing his best to just manage, and we'll lose a little bit of the structure of value. Back over in the mid-top rotation between these 2 teams. Camp was already grabbed on the left and right side. Looks like Three-Legged Cat do manage to push up the wave a bit into the side of Stack of Doom. Stormbolt from Muradin finds the Jaina. The Thunderclap goes out on the ground as well, but that's all we see from that engagement. I thought maybe he played that a little more aggressive. Ausin activates the deflect, did go into Shuriken Mastery. Level 4, another Stormbolt into Jaina in the rotation. Twice playing this aggressive. Nano comes through, landing a couple Fell Flames for more stackage. Yrel joining into mid, Blaze with the Jet Propulsion. Stormbolt into the Rhaegar, push off from the Lucio Soundwave as well. Lucio trying to sustain the damage on the Linked. 24 HP as the Twin Flames do not find this Rhaegar, who gets the chain heal onto Cure. I can't believe it. Stack of Doom so hurt and hindered, but will not lose anyone as Nano continues to throw in Fell Flames. And first turn in is 2 gems away. Hey, remember those 2 gems that didn't get picked up in mid lane? Doesn't really matter. Johanna heads to bottom, grab and soak while Cure rotates back in. A few allies turn in. 39 of 50 on the left-hand side. Need 11 more. 53 plus on the side of Stack of Doom. As Yrel does manage to get the wave pushed up onto the forefront. Gauge of Propulsion from Blaze connects onto her. Lucio into house, says Captain Rex. I'm waiting to hear Captain Rex spam the ability, but maybe we're not spamming today, Captain Rex. I'm pretty sure it was Captain Rex 2 weeks ago. Blizzard, a little, excuse me, Cone of Cold from Jaina right there. Drac going for the turn-in. Lucio unable to help out, or at least unable to get a delay. Actually, no, Sylvanas does get the 8 gems turned in. Never mind. I thought the Shield Glare got the delay, but it did not indeed. Muradin trying to get the turn in. That's a nice Stormbolt cleanse onto this Genji. And he's able to back away just fine. Okay. Blue Web Weaver should be summoned to the side of three-legged cat, though. And absolutely. 7-7 in our levels. 24 stacks for Gul'dan of the 30. Muradin lands a Thunder Splat on the ground. Lucio is... is that the line for Lucio? The ooh jackpot? Is that what we changed it to, Captain Rex? We do have the perfect defense for Genji at level 7. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers because 10s are coming up at the top of the screen soon. And body blocks onto Cure from High Wraith in the bottom. Jet Propulsion connects as well. Cure's low, but Dauntless helps out. Gul'dan's done with his level 1. Does Blaze have another Jet Propulsion? Not just yet, I believe. Cure gets the Divine Steed insta-mount, trying to let that healing over time connect. Jet Propulsion just shy of colliding onto Cure. Righteous Hammer onto High Wraith. Decent damage onto Cure continues as the bottom lane is being shoved in by Blaze. Checking into mid really quickly. They do get some siege here. A couple Fell Flames from Gul'dan did finish out his level 1 already. Lucio rotates to bottom, trying to get a couple autos onto Cure here, and is just going to wall right away. We close out the gamble with 5,700 to 15,500. Nice odds, everybody. Big believers in Stack of Doom, but there's some three-legged cats out there. Turnin is obviously here for the right side of Stack of Doom. Not sure about three-legged cat if they've got a Turnin available. $70 versus 48 of 55. So definite turn in for Stack of Doom, unless they're trying to set up for like back-to-back territory, which they are getting actually kind of close to that. They already have 19 of the 50 needed. Bunker, Horrify, Avatar, High Five, Wailing Arrow, Dragon Blade, Water Elemental, Ardent Defender, Ancestral, and Blessed Shield. Murder misses the Stormbolt there. Gul'dan rotating into mid. Good corruption damage coming out from him. Blaze and Yrel just trading waves in bottom. Double soak continues. Both teams with that turn in potential here. Unstable Poison level 4 from Sylvanas helping clear the waves even faster. The thing they got to be careful about on the side of Stack of Doom is that Rampant Hellfire level 16 for Gul'dan. Not a ton of spell armor on the right side, and that poke damage is really daunting. And that Blessed Shield comes out. High Five from Lucio mitigates the CC value if you're wondering why Gul'dan was able to do stuff still. Good Stormbolt from Muradin, push off. That's an Ancestor healing into Johanna. She looks to back away. Bunker summoned by Blaze. Yrel jumps in with the Avenging Wrath. Has to use Ardent Defender. Jet Propulsion from Blaze misses. Horrify does push Rhaegar away as well as Johanna, but in a safe direction for those two players. Lucio and Sylvanas on the low side of this. Twin Flames from Blaze coming out. Does have Suppressive Fire level 7. Shuriken Mastery from Genji's done. Waiting just to see if anyone's able to step up and find a fight or engagement. Blessed Shield down for 13 more seconds. Yrel does step up with the Righteous Hammer. Avenging Wrath in once again. Takes a handful of damage. Backs away. Gets a quick chain heal from Rhaegar. Meanwhile, Sylvanas is pushing top. Jaina goes to answer that wave as well. Uh-oh, Cure. Threatened, but that's really about it. Seeing Lucio step up right there. Good damage from Gul'dan with the corruption. Howson jumps in with the Swift Strike. Fell Flames thrown back. Gul'dan not going for the drain onto Genji. Died to that earlier in the match, so just kind of aware, like, alright, if you activate Deflect and I'm draining you, that's a bad idea. But the Red Web Weavers will descend over the side of Stack of Doom. Let's go ahead and see what they're able to do with this as Nano Hearts out for full. Muradin just letting Trait kick in. He did go third win level 1 as we mentioned. And Sylvanas in top lane. Wailing Arrow just coming off a cooldown. Ancestor healing up in 5. Ardent Defender up in 30 for Yrel. As Blaze sprays and Howson B steps. So 13 faster for the side of Stack of Doom. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas. No teleport activated. Cure looking to jump in here. 41 gems for Cure. Has to be careful with that economy. As Gul'dan makes quick work up mid, Blaze doing the same in bottom. Blessed Shield onto the Avatar-activated Muradin, Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas to the answer back into them. It's a lot of damage on Cure, who does manage to get the Ardent Defender. Twice is so very low. Genji jumps in with the Dragon's Blade and finds the double kill. Make it a beautiful
Triple kill.
Genji Ausen gets the multiple kills. A lot of gems drop, but still an available turn-in. Righteous Hammer onto High Wraith in mid. The Blizzard from Jaina. The slow from the Purge. Bunker comes down. The body blocks in place. As we have more gems dropped, Gul'dan goes to pick up the major bundles and does grab those. But this is back-to-back turn-in territory for the side of Stack of Doom as they head to bottom lane for Siege Giant buff. Maybe some Bruiser camp action as well. Possibly a boss. No, that feels like way too much. Probably Siege Giant camp, Bruiser camp, and turn in. Actually, Kier's going to start the turn in already, so he'll get that. The camps are tagged. Nicely done. Well, chat, three-legged cat, I don't know. Well, we'll see if Three-Legged Cat can turn up the heat post-level 16 like they did in map number 1 against the previous enemy, or if Stack of Doom will continue the momentum they have built here with a 5-1 kill lead. Uh-oh, Nano has to use Horrify in mid. More of a disengage tool. Cleanse onto Cure from Linked. And the Divine Steed insta-mount. Cure was able to back away, looked for a re-engagement, but decides to join in or wait for the allies and the wave to push up here. Shield glares from the Johanna into a few enemies. Haunting wave from Sylvanas gets the mark onto the wave. Unstable Poison trying to get some of that explosive damage, but I don't think it got that much value. Mid fort does go down. Gul'dan makes work of top lane, and they rotate the members of Stack of Doom into bottom lane, looking to take down the third fort, and they will be able to get it. Periodic catapult pressure in all 3 lanes. Good passive experience value. 16 talent tier. Cure looking for the Avenging Wrath over the wall setup here for the allies. The Righteous Hammer misses. Cure tanks a chunk of damage. Does have Ardent Defender if needed, but won't pop it with so many allies around. And it's actually triple turn-in territory? Hello? Darkmok, they need your gems, I believe, bud. Oh, trying to delay out Nano, though. I see exactly what Darkmok was trying to do. The team was turning into bottom. Darkmok runs to top just in case there was a counter turn-in. Nicely done. Gets the delay, and triple turn-in comes out for the side of Stack of Doom. Huge triple turn-in for this team here, chat.
Descend, my daughters. Descend and destroy the blue team.
16 is just about here, and Rampant Hellfire will be grabbed by Gul'dan. That's a huge one for them with this build, and maybe that'll turn the tables. Maybe the tide can be turned with that. Uh-oh, Muradin avoids the Bless Hammer, or the Bless Shield from Johanna. These gets slowed by the Colossal, or the Earth Grasp Totem, forced to use Bunker. Yrel goes down in mid to Gul'dan damage. He can actually maybe showcase, wait, hold on. Muradin, Dwarf tossing in with the Dwarf launch level 16, gets blizzarded in by Jaina. Dropped a little low, has to back away. It's actually the drain from Gul'dan actually getting the last little bit of damage. A little surprised by that. So bottom lane Webweaver will be cleared away. This third phasing didn't get any major structures of keeps, but did push up waves, getting damage onto keep front gates and getting 50% of the top lane keep. Boss is up and available. Yrel still dead for 12. Genji trying to get some vision here, I think saw. Oh, Jet Propulsion does connect onto Blaze, or from Blaze. The Stormbolt as well. Gul'dan trying to turn in 44, but Darkmok has the Blessed Hammers as they step up for this one. Stormbolt from Muradin missing again. A Shield Glare back in, expecting Nano to try and turn in, and absolutely gets a delay. Shurikens do the same. Jaina gets a root onto High Wraith, Avenging Wrath in, Righteous Hammer twice, and Darkmok barreling out in the bottom right. As High Wraith and friends look to back away, they clear out the Water Elemental. Muradin Dwarf tossing away, trying to disengage. There's a Purge from Rhaegar onto Muradin. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. Jaina finds the burst necessary, and they delay out the turn in here as we take a quick look at Muradin. 3,066 damage in 1.1 seconds right there. Yikes. 3,000 damage in 1.1 seconds. Wow. While the boss is obviously being grabbed by the enemy, Gul'dan will be able to turn in, and let's see what he's able to do here, or what they're able to do here. Jet propulsion into Cures Yrel. I feel like Web Weavers are just going to push waves out and buy time for Muradin respawning, maybe close the experience gap, but they'll save top keep, I assume. They should have enough damage in wave from like Gul'dan Sylvanas to save keep. Stepping up into boss to try and force it to utilize its ground slam for a little bit more delay. They get the boss down to 50% as it arrives at the 50% keep. Good slam on the ground, chunks the keep, but yeah, they should be able to save this. Webweaver bottom cleared away by Jaina, mid and top already mitigated, and this just bought a little bit of time. Really didn't get any siege value. 20 on the right side does come through. The dragon becomes me. Bubble Hearth? Cure, you're trolling, dude. Cure? Well, Winter Mute for the Jaina, Ancestor Healing, Farseer's Blessing, and Radiating Faith. Yeah, Noise and I agree. What the hell? Players can't see this chat, by the way, so don't think that like Cure can literally can see us talking about this, but I'm sure Cure knows we're talking about this. Yo, it's a Tireless. How you doing, bud? Bro, if they lose because of Bubble Hearth, I mean, I don't think they'll lose because of Bubble Hearth. Seraphim is really, really good. I'm still surprised to this day how Seraphim's not nerfed. It's a 12-second cooldown. Don't insult NA with this Bubble Hearth. Well, anyways. I can't. Alright, Red Web Weavers will descend. We got 20 talents here about to come through on the left-hand side. Will Bubble Hearth have a 100% win rate so far in 2025? At least competitively. Left side, though, we do have Mixing Fire, Bolt of the Storm for Sylvanas, Rewind Muradin. Gul'dan, I assume, goes Haunt. He did. And Wailing Arrow onto Bubble Hearth this! Bubble Hearth got no value. Blessed Shield misses as Sylvanas is able to use the Bolt of the Storm to avoid that. Winter Mute cleared away, and this Webweaver phase shall be mitigated. If I had referee status, Empress, they would be able to, but the only tournament when we used referee status was during CCL. I was given referee with the admin Little Patata. And we always had two referees because one time literally Little Patata DC'd and she was the only referee, so we were stuck in perpetual DC until she actually got back in the game. Which she did, but it was sketchy. It was really sketchy. Because the other thing too is none of us could communicate with the players because she was the only referee. Observer chat is only seen by observers. Now if the players go back into the VOD, they will see that chat, but yeah. If the players go into the replay, they will see it. Well, blue Webweavers will descend. We got 20s on both sides. Three-legged cat trying to rally here. The Blessed Shield from Johanna utilized right there for a Blaze hit, but it was way too far away. I think Trying to maybe bounce off a minion or something. Stormbolt from Murden does mix. Ausen hit with the Mixing Fire, a push off. That's a Jet Propulsion from Blaze. The Mixing Fire doesn't mitigate any of the Ancestral value. They have to go through 3 bars of health for the Genji kill, but there's a Wailing Arrow. The Rewind Muradin with the double Stormbolt, and Linked goes down. Web Weavers are moving in through top and bottom. Mid lane already cleared away. 20 minutes in. 3-legged cat are rallying here. Jet Propulsion finds the Johanna. A kill onto like Jaina or Johanna I think might spell disaster here. Stormbolt misses. Black Arrow from Sylvanas active. Web Weaver around a third of its HP. Kir jumps in. Bubble Hearth immediately. Top keep is going to be taken down. And that's an 80-second level 20 cooldown. Cure jumped in, 1 Righteous Hammer, and Bubble Hearts. Here's the thing, Genji dead for 2. Rhaegar up in 7. No way are they trying to invade this. No way do they invade this. They don't have Bubble Hearth or anything. What's up, Trainwreck? How you doing, bud? Avatar from Murden as he's looking to zone. The boss does go down. No one's able to step onto the point, and boss does go over the side of 3-legged cat. Ardent Defender activated by Urella. She gets hit with a Stormbolt right at the end. That's going to be a good Jet Propulsion from Blaze, and Cure does go down. Blaze utilizing Bunker there to try and stop Urella from having any disengage path outside of Avenging Wrath, which she already used. We do have a Wailing Air from Sylvanas, horrified from the Gul'dan. The Dragon Blade is mitigated by that Horrify. The Farseer's Blessing comes through. Boss is heading to core. Jaina's dropping as much Blizzard as she can. The Shield Glare takes down the Lucio. Muradin's cleaning up the fight. This right here on this channel with Rhaegar. Wait. Rhaegar's still alive. Muradin, do you have a Stormbolt? Lands the Stormbolt. Sylvanas is going to Hearth out, I think. Boss is on core. Muradin lands another Stormbolt, trying to get the body blocks, the mini crits as well. The boss is still around 75% HP. I don't know why Sylvanas Hearth, I don't think she was that, well, I guess she was low enough to force out a Hearth, but Linked might not be Penta here. Oh, wait, boss stun, that's, yeah, okay, all right. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Twice is getting chunked. No Finland. Rhaegar gets the lunge to get the kill, but they still win this. 3-legged cat, reverse map number 1. I cannot believe it. Bubble Hearth has a 0% win rate in high-level Heroes of the Storm competitive games in 2025, as it should. Nothing against Cure, just everything against the talent. Did Kaimo Tripson just win a gamble? Did that actually just happen? Like 4 or 5 nuggets of that white cheddar popcorn. It's so good. Welcome back, everybody, into our second best of 5 in the last chance qualifier for the Heroes 10th Anniversary Cup. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side is 3-legged cat. On the right side is going to be Stack of Doom. We're heading to Infernal Shrines for map number 2 of this series. As we get a Twitch prediction going for all of you. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? 10-minute gamble. Go, go, go. And let's see what we got here. We have a Maiev and Vala banned on the left-hand side from 3-legged cat. Stack of Doom banning away the Lucio and Chromie. We have got map choice coming out from 3-legged cat, and this will be first pick over to the side of Stack of Doom. Blaze Johan on the left-hand side. No ETC priority like at all today, which is really surprising. We did see 3 games of ETC being banned away by 3-legged cat. But no one else has really been prioritizing ETC, so maybe Stack of Doom will go for it here. Infernal Shrine's a pretty decent map for ETC. Crowd Surfer did get nerfed a little bit, but it's nope. Dive heavy composition with Dahaka, Diablo, Deckard. I guess Deckard doesn't really die, but he's got really good CC setup for the Diablo, so I'd anticipate something like a Genji Greymane maybe, if they want to go like dive heavy like that. I don't hate the idea of like a double reset composition with Li Ming and Genji. The issue is the objective phasing. The sappers, the skeletal defenders can get in the way of the poke damage of Li Ming. It's not like, oh god, she can't throw an arcane orbs, it's GG, but there will be a Kerrigan ban that's going to be a target onto Ultralisk. This is a very good map for Hammer. And the members of Three-Legged Cat could go in a Hammer direction. They have a Hammer composition kind of being built. Blaze does a good job in the solo. Johanna is able to have decent control. They could lean into more control-type heroes. Anduin has seen, like, no play or priority today, I feel. Junkrat once again being banned away. I like the idea of, like, Anduin Genji being grabbed here from Three-Legged Cat. Ausen had a really good Genji game. You take him off of that hero as well. Not like, oh, Ausen can't play Genji, so GG. But Light Bomb plus, like Genji, like Light Bomb Swift Strike combo is really good. Johanna can go Falling Sword, which is also another Light Bomb combination. Or they just look for something like Wave Clear Heavy. They'll grab Brightwing and a Hanzo. Okay. I did really like the Gul'dan in map number 1. Mephisto could be picked up for Infernal Shrines as well. Some sort of wave clear would be nice here. Explosive Arrow from Hanzo is probably going to be the level 4 pickup with Piercing Arrow 16 for the double explosion. But I mean, I feel like just having some sort of mage here like Gul'dan, Jaina, or Kael'thas would be really good. Orphea is also a good priority for this map, and I believe Three-Legged Cat does play Orphea. Right side, though, what are we going to get? Malthael and Gul'dan. So Malthael is really good for this map as well, especially with Tormented Souls, level 20, getting a really chunky upgrade. And you have a good 5v5 engagement. Gul'dan will be grabbed on the right side, so no Genji priority from either team. Could see Shimada Bros for the side of Three-Legged Cat. What do we want to get here? There's the Mephisto. A lot of spell armor potential on the right-hand side. I don't hate Three-Legged Cat's draft. I just feel like it's missing some sort of oomph. And I do feel like Stack of Doom have just really good like tankiness. They can really step up. Their front line's nice. Their wave clear is great. Their objective push is pretty decent. Hey, we'll see what we got going on. We have a gamble reminder in chat for all of you. Let's get into the cast and see what happens. Get your predictions in. You got another 5 minutes to go. Well, no Bubble Hearth can be chosen this game. Left-hand side of the map is going to be Three-Legged Cat. I'm sorry, Kier. Left-hand side of the map is going to be Three-Legged Cat with Drac on the Hanzo, Captain Rex playing Brightwing, Nano Mephisto, High Wraith Blaze, and twice on the Johanna. Right side, we're looking at Stack of Doom. This is going to be Kier on the Dahaka, Ausen Gul'dan, Darkmok Diablo, linked on the the Decker Cane, and Ultralisk on the Malthael. 4-man Haka or Malthael. Oh, easily going to be Malthael. Malthael had his Wraith Strike range baseline increased by 1 from 6 to 7, and pretty much every Malthael I've seen since then is taking Death's Reach at level 1. So yeah, it makes sense to have Malthael here. You can kind of get into the backline and harass. They could swap between literally Dahaka and Malthael depending on the CC they want, but I would assume Kier will be relegated to the solo lane, as he is often a solo laner on EU patch. Mephisto jumping in, Nano getting tons of value. There's going to be a drag mitigated by a Condemned Johanna, as Ultralisk will be polymorphed into a pig. Couple auto attacks from Hanzo coming through, as Jet Propulsion will not connect either. Malthael jumps back out. Scroll is sealing from Decker Cane. Dahaka's already in the top lane. Phase shift from Brightwing to bolster some health, as she did go Greater Polymorph level 1. We do have Unyielding Despair from Mephisto, Zealous Glare Johanna, Adrenaline Stimpack, and Simple Geometry. Tissue Regeneration for the Dahaka, Sapphire Decker Cane, Gul'dan looking for Echoed Corruption Stackage, currently at 9 already, a minute, 2 seconds in. We already talked about Malthael's Death's Reach and Soul Shield for the Diablo. Mortar Punisher will be the first Punisher in the mid lane. Until 3 minutes, it's just going to be rotations, maybe a camp invade over here on the bottom left as that Blaze finds a nice jet propulsion into Ultralisk. Brightwing, as I mentioned, went Greater Polymorph. We'll see if she goes into Dream Shot level 4. Good synergy with the level 1 with the cooldown reset, or actually, not a full reset, but it's, if you land the Arcane Flare center on a hero, you set your Arcane Flare cooldown to 2 seconds, and then also keep in mind, if you land the Arcane Flare Center with Greater Polymorph level 1 on the Polymorph target, you're able to get a cooldown on Polymorph. So really nice synergy between those two. Could see, it could still just be Magic Spit and Soothing Mist, as they might want the range. Brightwing just might have wanted the extra Polymorph range with the 30%. That could be the big factor. Critterize, I assume, is going to be level 16. Oh! Unstable Anomaly level 4. Increase the Polymorph slow by 15%. Upon expiration, Polymorph deals damage to nearby enemy heroes equal to 2% of their maximum health. Alright, we got a Polymorph build Brightwing. Don't see it very often. It's maybe Greater Polymorph level 1 into Magic Spit with Soothing Mist level 7, because 4 and 7 have good synergies, but not the case, as we have a deathless first objective start. 5-5 in our levels. No talent to your advantage to either side, of course. And Malthael will steal away the bottom left camp. Mephisto and Johanna grabbing a wave for bottom lane as well. Experience-wise, things have got to be pretty close still. Minion, slightly ahead. Passive, of course, the same. Mercenaries is where the extra experience is coming from. But the extra experience is only about 400. Maybe a little bit more, as there's a camp in top lane being grabbed. Speaking of top lane, Brightwing, pressured by Diablo, able to back away with self-cast Pixie Dust. Fallen Shaman attempting to be pushed up here, but Drac needs to back away from Gul'dan's poke damage. 20 stacks on Gul'dan's level 1. As Dahaka fishes for a drag. Jet Propulsion from Blaze as he moves to the side. Diablo had that Shadow Charge initiation, which was pretty good right there. Nano a little bit low, trying to get away from Dahaka. You're anticipating a Jet Propulsion, lands the drag immediately. Nano jumps out. Lightning Nova almost takes down Darkmok. The Scroll Ceiling connecting onto 2. Potions continue to come out from Decker Kane. The Jet Propulsion from High Wraith misses. 14 of 40 on the left and 15 of 40 on the right, as they manage on the side of Stack of Doom to pick up more Skeletal Defenders. Twitch Gamble's going to close here in just a moment. If you are swayed by the opening 4 minutes of the game, Simple Geometry from Hanzo is done. And Malthael has gone down to bottom lane as they anticipate to win this objective. Gul'dan gets the last Skeletal Defender. Diablo pushed things up a little bit in top lane. Kira going to rotate in as well. Diablo going back to mid. And Punisher, Mortar in the mid lane. How much pressure can they get? Ceiling, lands onto Nano. Shadow Charge from Gul'dan twice. Is going to get a little bit low here, but will be fine for the time being. More scatters. Oh, the Punisher jump might be enough to take down Johanna, and yes, she will fall. First blood does go over the side of Stack of Doom. As the Mortar Punisher falls, the mid lane fort front gate is taken down. The fort below 50%, and things are looking comfortable in Stack of Doom's side of the map as Sadgi. I don't know what Sadgi is, but today it will. Alright, Malthael has gotten bottom. Basically no odds, this 50% thing. But you still win channel points. But you still win channel points if you win. Like, you're still getting a payout. It's not like you're putting 5k in and then you're just getting your 5k back. Oh, Isolation, Stay Well and Listen, Horrify, Apocalypse, and Last Rites. No Tormented Souls for this Malthael player. Still going Last Rites here. Okay. Maybe a misclick. Just like happened, like, you know, just so used to going Last Rites that they don't take the Tormented Souls. Because the level 20 is really good, and this is a great map for Tormented Souls. Risking 1K to win 2K not worth. Need better odds. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Trainwreck. I don't know what to tell you, bud. You can't have your cake and eat it. You only get to look at it. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, going right by the enemies right there. A little bit of pod racing as the, whee! Drag onto Blaze does connect. You're sitting there talking about channel points like it's real money. It's channel points. Does it really matter the odds and the payouts? Like, is it really that important? Seems a bit asinine, I'm not gonna lie.
Shrine will be ready soon.
Oh, second shrine of the game is available. Frozen Punisher for the bottom lane. 32 stacks for your Mephisto level 1. Dragon's Arrow, Blink Heal, Bunker, oh wait, hold on. Apocalypse activated by Diablo. Can they get the hit? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. That'll be Blaze going down in top lane. They did burn 3 heroics for it, and the enemy team will start at the objective phasing. Malthael is rotated in. The right wing getting a couple autos in as well. Did go for the critical miss level 7. Malthael doing his best to deter this Dahaka in top lane, just trying to push back the fallen shaman that was smashed in past the fort front gate. Johanna grabs a bit of experience in mid. 13 talent tier advantage on the right-hand side for Stack of Doom. Diablo anchors on the left for the allies. Well, if you guys just are, if you don't enjoy the channel point predictions, then I guess we'll just stop doing them. That's the simple answer. Scatter off the wall. Jet propulsion into the Diablo as well. Condemn comes through. And the Punisher will be grabbed by the side of Stack of Doom. More Fell Flames thrown in from Gul'dan, poking onto the structure. Johanna eats the jump as well. Dahaka fishing for a flank isolation in the drag, but both of them do miss. Emerald applied from Decker Kane or Roger Cube onto the enemy team there, but it's just healing debuff for 4 seconds. No one else is able to really step up onto that. Speaking of stepping up, Diablo goes in for the Shadow Charge in mid. Answered by a Jet Propulsion of Blaze as High Wraith throws back a Twin Flame. Punisher in bottom takes down Fort. Mid lane wave crashes in and takes down that structure, and Blaze heads to top to try and defend the third fort here. The members of Stack of Doom building a gap, building momentum, and a structure lead. As Punisher's still on bottom lane. Brightwing is clearing wave and bottom, doesn't have Hyper Shift level 1, so it has to just naturally wait for that 75-second cooldown on the phase shift. Or actually 40 seconds, sorry. I was using every global. I was about to say, like, 75-second cooldown is insane. Oh. Dahaka trying to push up. A couple auto attacks from Brightwing. Self-cast Pixie Dust just to move into mid a little bit faster. Fire Stomp out from Diablo, checking the bush. Johanna steps out. I believe she wasn't revealed by at all from that, since she just moves out of its radius or vision. And Stack of Doom, 2-kill lead. Seems like they're doing a pretty good job here. Roll into 16 talent over the enemy. Blaze in top lane. Ancient Blessings gets activated by the Decker Kane. Diablo finds the Shadow Charge into the Overpower. Bunker is forced out by Blaze. The allies are a little far away from rotating in. The Pyromania comes through the face shift from Brightwing. Is going to be good. Sonic Arrow gets vision onto Cure. Taps the bush for the movement speed buff. They're still chasing onto Blaze, by the way. Still chasing onto Blaze. This fight started in top lane. and it ends in nearly bottom. It started right here and ended all the way down over here in the camp area for mid-camp, but near the bottom rotation. Alright, Nano just backs away as Darkmok looks for a new target. Fire Stomp just hits onto the Johanna. It is full Fire Stomp build for Diablo at 4, 7, 13, and 16. Echoed Corruption from Gul'dan's almost done, already at 37 of 40 stacks. Really, really good stackage, 12 minutes in. And we're just waiting for that Arcane Punisher to activate. It does seem like Stack of Doom has the momentum, the trajectory to take map number 2 and make this a 1-1 series. But level 16's on the horizon for Three-Legged Cat. Scatter Arrow from Hanzo, Criterize from Brightwing. I'm assuming Juggernaut Plating for Blaze for that spell armor. Mephisto is probably... We already have the Abhorred Skull, right? So it's going to be Lightning Reaction. And Johanna, Holy Renewal? Okay. It's actually going to be Giant Slayer for Hanzo right there. Okay. Looking for the percent-based damage into the 3 high health pool heroes of Malthael, Dahaka, and Diablo. Ultralisk waiting on the camp. Alright, Dahaka will grab that one. We got Brightwing in bottom. Jet Propulsion finds the Diablo. Good damage in from Gul'dan as well, finishing out his level 1. We do have the Durance of Hate. The Stay While and Listen is going to be interrupted from a Blessed Shield to the Johanna. Horrify from Gul'dan comes out. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo as well, and Brightwing still gets taken down. Last Rites picks off the Blaze, a second stack for Malthael on his level 10. Twice is getting a little bit low. Dahaka wants the drag. Moving through the minion wave. The Skull Missile is going to slow down Dahaka, and Twice is able to back away. Scatter off the wall doesn't connect. Double Impaler Camp plus Catapult in mid are going to push up onto the fort front gate. Keep front gate will be safe for the time being. Takes a chunk of damage. Meanwhile, though, in top lane, this keep front gate will be annihilated while Malthael finishes out the objective phasing. And Stack of Doom, this could be the push to win. Blaze up in 5. Brightwing just respawning. Scatter's coming off the wall. Mephisto jumps out as well. Cure has to activate Essence. Iron Skin from the Johanna. Little scatter off the sidewall as well. Stay While and Listen finds 2 enemy heroes. Bless Shield from Johanna coming out. And Decker gets deleted. Diablo Souls will be expended. The keep will be taken down. But this is not going to be a game-winning moment for the members of Stack of Doom. Diablo Souls reset, so you'll see him on the minimap on the right side. Deckard's still dead for 47. And the Punisher gets some damages onto the keep, onto the core shielding. But I don't think that's much more to be achieved. 20 on the right side does roll through afterwards. Isolation, Contagion, Haunt, Hellgate for the Diablo. We'll have the buyback for Malthael with No One Can Stop Death. And Decker Kane reading tooltips, trying to figure out what he wants at 20 here. Does he want to go Respect to the Elderly? I prefer Perfect Gems. We'll see what he goes into when he does respawn or whatever he picks the talent. Couple shield glares from Johanna. The Dragon's Arrow on Kira is really good. The Apocalypse from Diablo. The Horrify from Gul'dan. Oh my god. What I thought was a shining moment for the side of Three-Legged Cat is absolutely not going to be the case. Blaze summons Bunker, jumps out to the right. He's dead. He's just delaying out the inevitable. Tries to take down Gul'dan. Alson steps out of the flames, gets the drain heal. They're literally making High Wraith's death timer. So High Wraith is like, I gotta go kill myself. Understandable. Absolutely godlike Horrify. Bottomless Flask for Deckard. No super pots, by the way. 4 members dead. Mid keep is still around. Twice is gonna hearth out for full. Malthael pushing bottom. No minion wave here. Diablo's gonna tank shots. Super pots, or not super pots, sorry, infinite pots on the ground. Dahaka brush talking in. Durance of Hate goes fishing for a hit, but no one to be found. Absolute godlike Horrify, as we do have a pause coming through, so for competitive integrity, we always jump out of the game. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with our pause, and we will get back into this in just a moment. Is chat on? Chat is on, so I do not know. No message about it yet. Drac was the one that paused. I don't see any DC'd players. Blaze might be the one who DC'd while he was dead, because we can't see the player name. So we'll see what we got going on with this in just a second. And, Stack of Doom. They are really looking for revenge after that map number 1 blunder. I thought they would have the map number 1, but not going to be the case at all. Readies being requested already from teams, so we'll see if the readies are out from both sides, and let's get back into the game. So a tiny little pause. Someone had to sneeze or something. They try and save mid-keep, but I think the damage over time from Gul'dan will be enough, and that'll take that down. Blaze up in 6 seconds. No Punisher announcement or anything yet. Bullseye, Invisible Friends, Incinerator Gauntlets, or sorry, Burn Notice for the Blaze. Uh-oh, no Fortified Bunker there. Mephisto with the Mimic at level 20, no Unspeakable Horror, and Radiating Faith for the Johanna. Okay. Well, it's even Heroics, or even 20s. We do have a 21 level over Three-Legged Cat, so there's a little bit of scaling for them. As we just wait patiently for our next objective in the mid lane. Could be game-winning for the side of Stack of Doom. A good team fight for Stack of Doom is game-winning as well. A lot of win conditions for the right side team, and Three-Legged Cat, they've got a massive mountain to climb here if they want to try and win map 2. They've definitely got to get like a good team fight. They've got to siege in through probably mid-fort, get mid-keep front gate, so they need all of this. Then they go back and get Punisher. Then they push in, and they could win. That's like the best win condition for Three-Legged Cat right now. And that's a tall glass of orange juice to order. See what happens here. Let's pull away Talents. Diablo's full on souls. Does manage to pick that up through a Fire Stomp or 2. Infinite pot set up around the objective area. And Skeletal Defenders are going to be 4-4 after that first little engagement between the 2 mages. Jet Propulsion from Blaze misses. The Drag from Dahaka does as well. Diablo finds a Shadow Charge onto the Johanna. Scroll a ceiling on the left-hand side. Captain Rex is so very low. Blinks over to an ally. So much damage over time on the ground. Stay well and listen. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze. The last rights onto Blaze. He goes down, but Diablo souls are going to be taken out as well. The Horrify is pretty big from Gul'dan. He's so very low. And the Shield Glare takes him down. Mephisto is somehow still alive. Gets a Blink Heal from Brightwing, but Malthiel's able to clean up that engagement. And I think the light is fading on map number 2. As it goes over to the side of Stack of Doom, objective phase-wise. Diablo rotates in. Apocalypse, Hellgate in. They want Drac. They want the Finland. And they're going to find it. Deckard Cain with the bonk to the face. As Catapult was already ending through top lane. Diablo is going to be here at the Hall of Storms to end. They find the pentakill. We got a 1-1 score in our hands for this best-of-5 series. GG, well played. What's up, Omilaron? How you doing, bud? Happy Saturday to you.
eternity.
Welcome back, everybody. Battlefield of Eternity, map number 3 in this best of 5 series. On the left-hand side will be Three-Legged Cat. On the right side will be Stack of Doom. What's up, Kel? Battlefield will be the map chosen by Stack of Doom. First pick on the left-hand side goes over to Three-Legged Cat. Will we see ETC grabbed? Will somebody actually grab ETC, or is the ETC changes, just looking good on paper only? It seemed like he was doing pretty decent in outhouses, so we'll have to find out as the draft does unfold. We haven't had an ETC ban in this best of 5. In the previous, we had it literally banned out every single game by Three-Legged Cat, and now they have no priority onto it. I guess they just didn't want to give it to the enemy team. Or maybe we just weren't able to see it. Maev and Vala banned on the left, Lucio Chromie on the right. First pick over to the side of Three-Legged Cat, as I mentioned. And for Battlefield, what do they want to start with? They could do an early pick onto like Hanzo or Genji. First pick Thrall is not a common one, but Battlefield is a really decent map for Thrall, so I'm just going to grab this comfort pick out the gate. Sundering's a good disengage tool. Earthquake is great for team fighting. Earth and Shields level 20 is fantastic for teammate buffs as well. Right side of the map for Stack of Doom. We'll, what do they want to start with? Blaze is up. Hanzo Muradin. Okay. So good race potential from Hanzo. Muradin also can go into Sledgehammer level 4 if he wants more race as well. Thrall will be that first pick on the left side, though.
For the Alliance above all.
Thrall, Leeming, Anduin. There's a high possibility for a Cho'Gall here. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even memeing. Not even memeing, dude. Like, the draft is literally leading me into a Cho'Gall. You've got your Thrall for the solo lane, Leeming, Anduin, Cho'Gall. Like, it's actually decent race and stuff. I would honestly consider banning it. They're gonna get rid of a Nubarak. We'll see. Like, the pieces of the puzzle are there, and I feel like Three-Legged Cat could go for it. Still a lot of pivoting they can do. Or maybe they're just trying to bait the enemy team into trying to think they're going for the Cho'Gall. There's a possibility in that for the draft mentality. But you have Giant Slayer on Hanzo, like, I don't think you go into it. I think it's giga risky to try that. Still, though.
Do your worst.
So Muradin, Yrel, Rhaegar, Hanzo. Muradin, Yrel can tank a few of those magic missiles and arcane orbs from Li Ming Poke. Thrall damage into Yrel is pretty decent, but she's got Dauntless level 1 for that Rolling Thunder mitigation, or at least some of the mitigation from the auto attack damage. I don't think they'll Cho'Gall. I'm a man who would love to see it, but I think this is realistically going to be... Okay. So... Colossal Smash Varian, possibly? You can Colossal Smash the objective, which would reduce its armor. Stack has no % damage. They could easily Cho'Gall. No % damage. None. No % damage with a Hanzo first pick. Interesting. It's not like Yrel has any % base damage either.
Let the games begin.
Not a fan of the Medivh, but we'll see if it works out here. We do get to see our first ETC. I am happy about that. I'm curious about the variant. I want to see Colossal Smash, but I don't think we're going to get it. What's up, Simon? You think Windblades? It could be Windblades. It really could be. I feel like Colossal Smash will be the opportune thing. W build doesn't do percent-based damage. Kaimo, what is the level 16 for Hanzo? Starts with Giant, ends in Slayer. Right side of the map as we load on into Battlefield of Eternity, map number 3 of the series. We got Stack of Doom. We got a Cure Urel, Darkmok on the Muradin, Ausen on the Medivh, Linked playing Uragar, and Ultralisk on the Hanzo. Left side of the map is going to be Three-Legged Cat, looking for a score lead in this series. We've got a twice Varian, Nano on the Li Ming, High Wraith ETC, Drac to play Thrall, and Captain Rex on the Anduin. Rolling Thunder for Thrall, what? Or Crash Lightning, sorry, I'm so used to saying Rolling Thunder. Crash Lightning Thrall, hello? Aetherwalker Li Ming, Varian's gonna go into Lion's Maw, which, I mean, leads me to believe it's gonna be Taunt, but you can still go into Colossal Smash. Typically, if you're gonna go into Twin Blades, you want High King's Quest, but who knows, we'll see. ETC will go into Guitar Hero level 1, so we'll probably see the new hammer on level 7. Even-Handed Blessing, or Well of Light for Anduin. We've got Simple Geometry for Hanzo, as Dauntless Urel, Portal Mastery Medivh, Dwarf Block for Muradin, and Totems on the Rhaegar. Colossal Totem for Rhaegar as ETC Face Melt pushes the enemies back. We have a handful of damage onto Ultralisk. Chastise from the Anduin does go out. Rhaegar lunging in, Muradin and friends, Righteous Hammer from Urel, as Captain Rex is going to make it out alive. Oh, Sonic Arrow! Oh, Sonic Arrow will not connect. Thrall Crash Lightning currently at 2 stacks. We have got Simple Geometry working its way through. Cure rotates into top lane. Righteous Hammer into Avenging Wrath. As Nano is able to get a couple magic missiles onto Cure and the Fort Front Gate. Back in bottom lane, Thrall picks up his 3rd stack on Crash Lightning. Waiting for the level 4 to come through so we can figure out what Varian's going to be grabbing. ETC power slides in, finds the Hanzo, but Rhaegar and Muradin have counter pressure, and High Wraith is going to go down. A 2nd kill goes over to the side of Stack of Doom. Li Ming in top lane continues to throw out magic missiles. Medivh at 6 stack on his Arcane Rift. Another Dwarf Toss in from Muradin, trying to find the Stormbolt into Thrall, doesn't land anything. Thrall answers back with a Root of his own. ETC heading to bottom. Medivh in top lane, just throwing out a couple Arcane Rifts onto Nano Li Ming. And Varian will rotate his way back into top. Still waiting for that level 4. What's he going to do? Two-hand the sword, break his sword in half to pick up a shield. It is... Varian, what are you going to do, bud? He's going to pick up a shield, so I'm not really 100% understanding the draft composition from Three-Legged Cat here. Not 100% understanding it. I thought the Varian was going to be some other utility, but this is just like main tank Varian build with an ETC as well. And I'm just... so far, I'm not convinced by this. We do see Crowd Surfer, which was nerfed by 1 second in our most recent patch. Went from 7-second cooldown to 6. But even then, I think that's like half of Power Slide, right? Because baseline Power Slide is 12. Yeah, baseline Power Slide is 12, so that you basically half the cooldown. Damage onto the wave here in bottom to clear things out. Medivh looking to back away as Varian and Li Ming work on objective phasing. What did he did go into Sledgehammer level 4. I was wondering if Muradin would go for that little bit of race potential extra. Also gives you post level 10 more cooldown reduction on your Stormbolt. ZTC looks to step up here. Guitar Hero activated. Li Ming on the left-hand side working on objective. Does have Triumvirate level 4, pretty standard. Totem goes down, scatters go fishing. 11 stacks for Hanzo right now. Power slide in from the ETC, pressure onto the Hanzo. The taunt from Varian comes through as well. The allies step into the Immortal spin, but it's not going to be enough. Li Ming leaves the race, looking for an Arcane Orb into the enemy, but this will be first objective phase over the side of Stack of Doom. More Arcane Orbs go fishing. Varian charges in for the taunt onto Hanzo. Leap of Fate to save him. A portal set up by Medivh as ETC takes a lot of damage. Crowd Surfer at max range over the wall. Yrel still chases in, almost takes down the cow.
The demon moves for the gates of heaven.
Gamble, you need it? Well, sorry, too late. Arcane Orb thrown in from Li Ming, chastised from the Anduin. Thrall's gonna go ahead and finish out his level 1. When I don't do gambles, chats want them. When I do them, no one... Either people complain about it, or no one's gambling and we're sitting there hounding people in chat for it, so...
Rise again in time.
I'm good. It's a tiring thing on top of everything else I have to do on stream. Stormbolt. Arcane Flares coming in as well. Thrall picking up a little bit more on Crash Lightning, or at least trying to. Scatter from the Hanzo off the wall. Auto attack here and there. Still fishing for more Chain Lightning, only at 6 of the 30 stacks. Hanzo 2 stacks away. 27 to 40 for Medivh. Also, we're going to see Calamity for Li Ming at level 7. Taunt from Varian goes into the Muradin as he looks to back away. Scatters off the wall from Hanzo. Did finish Simple Geometry. Muradin hit with a charge from Varian, but I think it looks like he's able to back away easily. Arcane Orbs coming through. There's a taunt onto the Muradin as well. Arcane Orbs coming out, ETC power sliding in. We don't have 10s on either side, so no heroics to be popped off here, but nice pressure from both sides to be applied. Cure jumps in with the Avenging Wrath, looking to try and take someone down. Oh, good power slide from ETC. Force of Will from Medivh denies some of the damage. Cure trying to Avenging Wrath away. Medivh is done with his baseline Arcane Flare stacks. Another Dwarf Toss in from Muradin. Chastise comes through as well. That'll be 10 Talonteers on the right side soon. At least on the current pacing. A level lead as it's 2-0 in kills from the earlier kills achieved by Stack of Doom. So the Immortals will go defensive sides. Lion's Maw from Varian's done at level 1. I'm still struggling to see, like, what's the thing of three-legged cat. Like, the taunt composition is confusing to me. This, honestly, three-legged cat draft looks like a Storm League draft. Like, everyone just drafted what they wanted to play, and there was no communication outside of, like, oh, well, we need a damage dealer, a healer, and a tank. And someone was like, oh, tank? I'll tank. And they both locked tanks at the same time, and you're like, oh, this is awkward. Something got lost in the three-legged cat draft, I feel. I really do feel like something got lost here. I'm just not seeing what they were trying to put together, but either way, we got Heroics on the right side, Ancestral, Avatar, Leyline Seal, Ardent Defender, and Dragon's Arrow. ETC, Mosh, Sundering, Light Bomb, Li Ming, I assume, is going to go into Disintegrate. Wave of Force, okay. A lot of things to mess up ETC's Mosh here with Sundering and Wave of Force. We'll see if it all works out. Varian did go into Warbringer level 10. Can charge every 4 seconds. Leyline Seal from Medivh. No one hit. Second Immortal phase of the game. Has gone over to the side of Stack of Doom. This goes into top lane. ETC managing bottom. Cure Avenging Wrath in as well. Stormbolt. There's a taunt onto Cure. Chastise to follow it up. Medivh steps up for a Force of Will. Portal there as well. Cure trying to back away. Sundering. No Ardent Defender activation as they had enough CC to lock down Cure's ability buttons. The fort still falls, and the members of Stack of Doom will clear out the Immortal as it does get some damage onto the keep front gate here. Hanzo and friends will set up siege camp in top lane. And we'll see what we get coming up next.
This attack has failed, yet we have not seen the end of him.
Alrighty, 11 stacks still to go for our Thrall. Avenging Wrath in, Wave of Force from Li Ming in top lane. Here just trying to push things up a little bit. Nano clearing back, so just trading wave stuff. Varian charges in, no taunt onto Dark Mach. Sundering up in 3, Wave of Force in 14, Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo in 2. Next Immortal will be in the east-west positioning on the defensive sides. ETC misses the power slide. And Avenging Wrath from Yrel breaks away in top. But they're going to get 13 talents here on the right side for Stack of Doom. Ultralisk threatened a little bit. Charge taunt onto Muradin. Force of Will denies the damage. Li Ming is rotated into bottom with ETC as well. Yrel coming in. It's a full 5v5. Yrel set up in the flank with the 13 talent advantage for the allies. And a little bit of aggression from Three-Legged Cat trying to step up here, but Stack of Doom backs away. They're not going to give any engagement opportunity to the enemy, even if it's a talent tier advantage. Oh wait, hold on. Varian goes in for the charge. The root from the Thrall is pretty good. Did finish up that level 4 already. Still 11 stacks on Crash Lightning. Picks up his 12th just now. Stormbolt into Muradin, or from Muradin, sorry. It's just Stormbolting himself. Savage spin from the Immortal. Wait a second, they're going to try and jive onto get the jump onto Li Ming in top, but she was not rotating as quickly as they anticipated. So the portal is kind of awkward. Power slide from ETC finding this. Rhaegar, the light bomb comes through. So's the Ancestral. Leyline Seal from Medivh to delay things out a little bit, as we do have a Sundering miss by Thrall. Chain Lightning getting another stack right there. Hanzo scattered his own. Magic missiles poking in. Stormbolt to follow up the Immortal stun that I think Nano thought they were out of. Dragon's Arrow connects onto a few members. The Three-Legged Cat's getting so very low. Medivh tries to chase in onto Nano. Wave of Force to push them back. Ooh, Li Ming gets the blink away in time. Root from Thrall. The scatter from Hanzo attempts to get that last little bit of damage, but doesn't find it. Meanwhile, ETC very low above. Captain Rex lands a chastise. Is there a power slide from ETC? There is, but it's not to save the Anduin as ETC heads to top. And that'll be that. He's going to heal off the wave, but this Immortal phase number 3 does go over to the side of Stack of Doom. Well, actually, the first half of it. Li Ming is a reset. ETC, as I mentioned, was healing off that top lane wave. He does manage to do that. Encore was the level 13 talent, which was nerfed in our most recent patch by 1% from 5 to 4%. What was the math on it again? It's like a 3.75 cooldown per face melt or something? I forget the math on it. We talked about it yesterday. Immortal with more than 50% shielding heading into bottom lane. DC still managing top. I really, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm still not understanding Three-Legged Cat's angle of their composition here. The race on the Immortal's lacking. Their draft is kind of meh. There was a draft blunder here from Three-Legged Cat. Something did not communicate well with them in the draft. I feel like they were going to either grab Varian or Thrall, or a Varian or either grab Varian or ETC, and they grabbed both, and I think that was maybe the blunder in the draft. But not pivoting and still going tank Varian is confusing to me. I feel like you still could have pivoted with the Varian on his build. 2-level advantage for the time being. We do have ETC going to be taken down first. The Leyline Seal, I thought I heard it from Medivh. There's the Leyline Seal. It's actually a Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, I think is what came through. We do have Thrall, ETC taken down. Muradin misses the Stormbolt onto Nano, but the Immortal with a third of its HP left. They want to move to core with 16 talent here and look to take map number 3 in this best of 5 series. Jumping onto twice. Scatter gets a huge chunk into Nano right there. Level 16 is that Giant Slayer. Force shielding is dropped, but ETC's respawned. And this will be the call to disengage from Stack of Doom. Templar's Verdict, level 16 for Yrel. Deals bonus damage equal to 6% of their maximum health. Yes, because Yrel and Hanzo have no percent-based talents. They're gonna try and take down Muradin in this corridor. No one's body blocking him on the side. The light bomb comes through. Leyline onto 3 enemies here. Dragon's Arrow's eaten by ETC. Nano tries to back away from the Earth Grasp Totem. And a 16 talent here fight that did not go the way of Three-Legged Cat, as ETC does go in for the aggressive shredding. Level 16, good synergy with the 1 and 7. Yo, Skullfy, what's up, bud? Muradin, sorry, looking to step up onto High Wraith, who does get a well tap really quickly. Bottom lane Wade pushing in. 4th immortal phase of the game is here, and we'll see what is achieved. Banner $1 on is what, 20%? 20% spell power increase, so that's nice for Li Ming. Muradin scouted. Chain Lightning. Crash Lightning is at 18 stacks. No Thunderstorm level 16, gonna be going into the Alpha Wolf. Light Bomb onto Cure, but the Force of Will mitigates some of the damage. Holy heck. Cure gets the Ardent Defender activation, gets the Ancestral as well. Cure got chunked for like 40% of his health bar out of nowhere, it felt. I'm assuming it's a Li Ming combo. Avenging Wrath in once again. Sundering. A lot of utility and heroics are available on the left-hand side as Li Ming continues to poke in here and there. Scatters from Hanzo look to do the same. Arcane Orbs. Onto the Immortal as the Muradin Stormbolt misses. ETC finds the power slide. Chastise onto Muradin. He does get the Avatar activated. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo connects onto a few. Muradin Dwarf tossing. Looking for Anduin pressure. Misses the Stormbolt. The portal from Medivh sets up the kill into ETC. As Muradin looks for more pressure onto Twice. There's going to be catapults on core through bottom lane. Leyline Seal finds the Anduin, excuse me. Li Ming looks to back away. Anduin's the first one to go down. Purge from Rhaegar onto Li Ming as she looks to back away on the high side of the lane. Rhaegar's going to lunge in for that kill. Yrel. What? I'm sorry, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. What? No way, no way, Cure, no way, no way. No! Okay, she blinks. Medivh portal. Tower shot takes down Li Ming in the end. Immortal phase is on the 50% mark. Ultralisk goes and starts setting up for scatter potential. Darkmok grabbing a camp for bottom lane. This Immortal should go into top as there is still a keep available. And Hanzo doesn't get this right away. ETC steps up with the Thrall as well. Angelic Spin pushes back Darkmok. Yo, Lard, what's up, bud?
Ahoy, ahoy.
And it looks like they're gonna essentially 39 the objective to use Infernal Shrine's terms. They'll grab some camps. Looks like this left side camp was leashed. But it does give time for, guess who? Rhaegar to respawn. And then they'll go ahead and get the Immortal triggered. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, Medivh literally portals, birds up, and Immortal will head to top lane with the Fallen Shaman. Dwarf Toss launch, level 16 from Muradin, jumps in. That's Medivh getting a little bit low, but he self-casts the Force of Will, gets deleted by Thrall. ETC activates a mosh pit. Ancestral goes out into Darkmok, and ETC does go down. Farseer's Blessing splash into allies around. Did Cure go Bubble Hearth again? He did not this time. No Bubble Hearth from Cure in this map number 3 in this best of 5 series as Stack of Doom move in for victory as Cure eats an Arcane Orb Magic Missile combination. Ardent Defender. Oh no, that was Seraphim activated. Muradin landing a nice Storm Bolt into the enemies here. Nano getting a little bit low on that Li Ming. Magic missiles continue to fire out. Darkmok is able to Dwarf Toss away, but I don't see you clearing this core fast enough, and this should be map number 3 over the side of Stack of Doom. GG, well played. Stack of Doom, 1 map away from punching their ticket to the playoffs next weekend. Of course, Three-legged cat are going to try and find victory here as well. Yo, what's up, Freaky? How you doing, bud? All right, let's go ahead and roll out some ads and get ready for map number 4 of this series. We're not done casting, by the way, when this is over. We still have NGS casting coming up next. Yes, live NGS casting up next, so stick around, everybody. Okay, everybody, we are here, ready to go. Map number 4 in this best of 5 series. We have got Cursed. Excuse me. We got Cursed Hollow for map number 4. Players are on the correct side. So we got Three-Legged Cat on the left with a ban of Maev and Blaze. We're looking at a Lucio Chromie ban on the right and a first pick Dahaka for Three-Legged Cat in this best of 5 series, looking to continue this this series as we will see what ends up happening here. So global number 1 into a Hanzo Urel. So Kier gonna go back into the Urel. Did get a redeeming game in the previous map, so not too upset about that one right there. That Bubble Hearth game number 1. I feel like there might have been like a tilt or something with that. I'm not 100% sure, but if it definitely seems like there was like a small tilt with that Bubble Hearth or something. I'm excited the water park opens the first time next Saturday. Oh, wait, sorry. You're not much of a travel, so maybe look into that. You're excited because the water park opens for the first time on Saturday. You're gonna float in the lazy river all day. Hey, Lard, you can test out your internet connectivity with your phone or reception, because next Saturday I'll be casting the start of the playoffs. So you can literally you can be in the lazy river with a slushy or beverage of your choice, and in one hand, and HoTS on the other hand. That could be you this upcoming Saturday. Dahaka, Muradin, Genji on the left with a Diablo mid-phase ban. Anduin was mid-phase banned as well. Makes sense with all the dive light bomb combinations. Hanzo and Urel. A Nubarak and Brightwing will be picked up with that as well. Okay. Doesn't really like lean into one draft. It's kind of divey, kind of control-y. I'd say it's more on the area of control than dive, since the Nubarak is, doesn't want to gap his team. So probably like Burrow Charge and Impale will be more of like CC utility rather than engagement. Well, I guess you can have engagement, but you know what I mean? Like it's like you don't want to like a Burrow Charge in from Hanzo Brightwing. Sylvanas Rhaegar will round out the draft with a Genji, Muradin, Dahaka. Very, very simple and standard draft for Three-Legged Cat. Last pick on the right side for Stack of Doom. Hanzo Urel. They could go for some sort of mage. Li Ming would not be bad here. You can get poke potential around the objective phasing. Junkrat is actually up and available somehow, some way, so Junkrat would not be bad either. Probably a Junkrat realistically. Stabby Daddy, I was not expecting it. With a slushie? Oh, dude. I have to say this. Coca-Cola slushies are so good. And then you mix in like usually when I go to 7-Eleven, I'll get like half Coca-Cola, half cherry Fanta, and then mix them together. Oh, dude, it makes like a cherry Coca-Cola. It's so good. All right, got myself my last cup of tea here. Got a little green tea. as we are going to be jumping into, this could be the final map for this, for today's last chance qualifier, but
Good news, everyone!
we still have NGS 10th anniversary casting coming up next. So if we're done with this, we'll be rolling right into NGS casting. If not, we'll get a map number 5. Let's find out, as Stack of Doom will be on the right-hand side of this Cursed Hollow map with a Cure Urel, Linked on the Brightwing, Darkmok on Nubarak, Ausen is going to be your Imperius, and last but not least, you've got an Ultralisk Hanzo. Left side of the map looking for map number 5 in this best of 5 elimination or progression map for the last chance qualifier day number 1. We got Three-Legged Cat with a Captain Rex, Rhaegar, High Wraith, Dahaka, twice on the Muradin, Drac, Sylvanas, and Nano is your Genji. Let's get into it mid lane. Here we go. Enhanced agility. We've got agile dismount, dwarf block level 1, Rhaegar, Feral Spirit, and Overwhelming Affliction for Sylvanas. Simple Geometry, Hanzo, Dauntless Urel, Hypershift Brightwing, Legion of Beetles, and Burn the Impure for Imperius. Sylvanas in top lane. Will not be able to get any Black Arrow shenanigans early on. Does seem to be a top lane priority coming out from the side of Three-Legged Cat. This is a boss lane. Boss, though, is positionally favorable to the enemy team. Technically, this is the boss for the side of Three-Legged Cat, but if you push into top lane, you grab boss. It's easier to kind of shove into the lane slightly. Stormbolt onto the Hanzo in the rotation. Rhaegar comes through the Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, and Phase Shift from Brightwing onto Ultralisk. No kill into the Hanzo, as Archer gets a Phase Shift from Brightwing. Meanwhile, Nubarak and Dahaka in mid lane, trading a few blows here and there. Genji Imperius doing the same thing in bottom. Excuse me, sorry. Drink a lot of tea too quickly. Camp on the left will be grabbed. First tribute will be in the top lane. So both teams going for Bruiser Camp. Technically, Three-Legged Cat should have gone for Siege Giants, then Bruiser because of the tribute location, but whatever. Ausen in bottom lane. Is there a drag from Dahaka? Swift Strike from Genji. Oh, did the Swift Strike miss? I really do think the Swift Strike went just to the side of Ausen. He should have died, but didn't. So either way, drag goes fishing. That could have been deadly as Ausen steps out, doesn't realize the enemy was rotating in. A Soothing Mist from Brightwing. Black Arrow from Sylvanas to be activated in bottom lane with a minion wave available, and this will be Fort Front Gate taking a heavy amount of damage. Muradin anchoring in top. Objective phase will be coming up soon as well. But this bottom lane Fort Front Gate on Cursed Hollow, Three-Legged Cat want a map number 5, and I don't blame them. If we get a map 5, chat, Braxis, Garden, and Towers are the 3 maps available. And Garden's kind of whatever, but a Braxis map 5 or a Towers map 5 would be optimal. Though First Blood does go over the side of Stack of Doom. Cure pushing up the wave with a Nubarak. Muradin hanging around here, Avenging Wrath in from Urel as well. Haunting Wave out from Sylvanas, locks down the wave for a second. She does have the unstable poison level 4. Burrow Charge from Nubarak onto twice. The Muradin gets the Dwarf Toss out. The minion wave is still pretty thick here. Rhaegar tries to get a self-cast heal and does manage to land it, but it's not going to be enough as the damage from the enemy team is just too tumultuous. Taking a look at some... Oh, whoa, Genji, I was not expecting you to die here in mid lane, but Hanzo does have the necessary damage to take down his Shimada brother. Impale... Okay, so lockdown from Impale, Burrow Charge, and Hanzo damage. Nice. Polymorph probably somewhere in there from Brightwing. You're surprised Towers wasn't played yet? They're saving it for map 5. If we get to map 5, because Twice is going to get hit with so much CC... is able to back off, but oh man, this is a rough game number 4 for the side of Three-Legged Cat. They have gotten some siege here and there, but losing 3 members this early on is going to be a nice momentum shift over to the side of Stack of Doom. Hanzo with the scatter off of the wall. Muradin has to Dwarf Toss away. High Rate does not get what he was hoping for. Phase Shift from Brightwing. Ultralisk does go down. High Rate, you have a drag. It is going to be Feeding Frenzy level 7. Lands the drag onto Brightwing. Where's the Stormbolt from Muradin? It's there, and the Avenging Wrath is not enough. Brightwing does go down. Black Arrow from Sylvanas activated in top with Siege Giants available. Dahaka's meandering his way down towards bottom where the objective phase is spawning. Imperius is there, but the entire forefront gate will be taken down here. Black Arrow from Sylvanas expires. Minion wave is still pretty thick. Genji, sustained damage is relevant, I guess. Dahaka and Imperius. Little brawl over here. Phase shift from Brightwing, drag from the Dahaka. Rhaegar is coming through as well. Linked backs over to the side, right side of this engagement. Rhaegar gets... Oh, no. Ausen was rotating. Doesn't get the Celestial Charge he was hoping for. No, no, no. Dahaka is going to enter in, lands the drag. It's a corridor fight that does not go the way of Stack of Doom as Ultralisk gets taken down as well. 5-3 in kills. Dahaka gets the objective channel. We're 1 out of 3 tributes on both sides. And boss number 1 of the game will be grabbed on the left. Sandwich? What a delicious sandwich we just had right there. Boss in top lane being started here, but it's a little late. Hanzo does have some scatters. Doesn't look like the enemy team's going to try and invade the enemy boss. Okay. They had 10 talents here, so I was wondering if maybe Mind Control, Sylvanas, Ancestral Healing, Avatar, X-Strike, and Isolation will be activated for Dahaka. On the opposing side, Wrath of Angiris, Cocoon, Blink Heal, Ardent Defender, and Dragon's Arrow. Bottom fort goes down, Yrel pushing wave in top. This should be bosses getting forts in top and bottom respectively. Twice is going to be able to force Brightwing to phase shift onto the Hanzo. He tries to get away. Anubarak burrows in, forced to use Avatar, and I think that's exactly what the enemy team wanted. Force the Heroic out of Muradin, 90-second cooldown, and he will have to back away. Sylvanas will get the channel and the objective at least. Dahaka working on top lane. Will not be able to save top keep or fort. But that was expected. I mean, the minion wave, the damage. I don't... Well, ooh, it's getting close, actually. Dahaka's tanking the minion waves, so there's that. That damage isn't coming through. Literally just eating as much damage from the boss as possible. The drag does... Oh my god. 221 HP remaining. No, it's 450. I was close, though. Very close on that one. So it's a 2-kill lead over the side. Oh, Cure wants the fort. But is this greedy? Curious to miss position for this, and the enemy team is not far away. Dahaka looking for a drag, avenging Wrath over the wall, but a Stormbolt is there from the Murder. The Thunderclap comes on the ground. The Isolation will be there as well. No Ardent Defender. It does come out in time. The phase shift from Brightwing. Cocoon onto the Genji, and somehow Cure is able to back away with the allies rotating in. Nicely done. 2 out of 3 tribute points, and this could be Curse for Three-Legged Cat. Stormbolt misses in the bush twice. Dwarf tossing away. Setting up for a flank over here with Muradin. Genji jumps in. Stormbolt missing once again. Impale, Celestial Charge, a lot of damage on Muradin. He dwarf tosses out to safety. Avatar up and available. Mind Control up in 5. Isolation 22. 84 seconds on that Ardent Defender. Dragon's Arrow connects onto a few enemies. The Celestial Charge misses. Anubarak looking for an Impale. Target is... Imperius is the first one to go down. Muradin now chasing in onto Brightwing, who will split to the left, trying to create some space for allies to back off as Rhaegar lunges in and finds the necessary kill. 13 talent as Muradin looks to chase in onto Hanzo. Dwarf toss. Is there a Stormbolt? Ancestral does connect. Where's the Stormbolt? It's into Anubarak. X-Strike marks Ultralisk. We do have Dahaka getting the objective channel. The enemy team, will they jump over the wall? There's no keep shots, but no. They're just going to go ahead and siege. Genji jumps over. Gonna deflect here. Cocoon from Anubarak as well. Meanwhile, you're around the left-hand side. No Ardent Defender for 39 seconds. Phase shift from Brightwing onto Hanzo. They're going to take down Genji immediately. Genji gets deleted, trying to play a little too aggressive right there. 2,270 damage in 0.4 seconds. And Boston bottom, 1 minute 30. Boston top, 157. Curse is going to end here with not as much value as I anticipated. The Genji kill has really dissuaded Three-Legged Cat from being any more aggressive here. And a lot of camps are on cooldown, so it's not like they can position for... Wow. Yeah, the latter half of this curse gets no value, which is upsetting for Three-Legged Cat. They will find some experience, at least. Still a minute 10 on bottom boss. Minute 27 on top right. Dahaka and friends floating around the enemy side of the map. A 3-kill advantage, slight experience. Anub'arak will be dragged by Dahaka. Mind control, phase shift from Brightwing is a little late. A 5-man arrow does connect, but unfortunately, no, that is going to be a kill onto Anub'arak. And now Yrel in top lane being threatened. Swift Strike from Genji. Stormbolt from Muradin was very ambitious right there. Bottom boss 30 seconds, top boss 55. I'm just marking these consistently because we do have good pressure could be achieved from both of those being grabbed by Three-Legged Cat, who still have mid and bottom forts, albeit at like 50% in mid and 75% in bottom. But with the kill onto Anub'arak, they grab more experience. Rhaegar grabs camp on the left side. Nano pushing wave in top, near the keep front gate, but backs away safely, not wanting to get caught out again. Couple of shurikens into the sidewall to remove vision, and there's the positioning for bottom lane boss. No? Yes? No? Yeah, they're rotating for it, okay. They actually could double boss this, and I hope they do. I hope Three-Legged Cat, because like the timing is perfect for them. They can finish bottom boss, rotate to top, let bottom boss push, grab top, and then push with top boss. Scatter from Hanzo. They want to take this fight without 16. Anub'arak caught by the Earth Grass Totem. Burrow charges into a bush, trying to back away. Mind control goes fishing. Does not get a pull onto Darkmok right there. Top lane wave pushing in. Polymorph onto Dahaka, who was looking for the elongated tongue drag. Muradin misses the Stormbolt. Genji jumping over. A few shurikens thrown in. Does have Shin Gun 13. So, of course, Shuriken Mastery level 4. Muradin Stormbolt misses again. More shurikens from Genji. Boss is tanking a little bit of poke damage here and there. Bottom lane keep is around... Oh, it's at full HP, actually. Meanwhile, those Siege Giants are pushing up top, so there's slight push value in that lane from that one. Boss gets burned down to 50%. They grab the mid lane wave. Are they going to grab top boss, or are they just going to grab Curse? Make it a 1 out of 3 tribute on both sides. Muradin in the bush. Danger pings onto him, or maybe from the enemy team in that bush. Twice has been setting up for a lot of these bush plays. Siege Giants pushing up. Yrel gets the Avenging Wrath Hammer combo. Even talent tiers for the time being. Will they invade this camp? Dahaka fishes, no drag connection. Captain Rex almost gets the channel, but Yrel goes in for the delay. Brightwing on the right side grabbing camp. Genji floating just above all this. Sonic Arrow sees Dahaka in the bush just above. Another engagement from Yrel, and it's looking like Three-Legged Cat is giving this. Oh, they're going to back off for just a second. Drag finds Anub'arak as he was just coming through. The mind control, the Dragon's Arrow, the extract from Genji as well. Ancestral onto Dahaka does not time out correctly. Cocoon onto Rhaegar. He should be taken down here. Wrath of Angiers to close the distance onto Genji, but doesn't get the pull, and that is going to be boss plus 1 of the 3 tribute points over to the side of Stack of Doom. There'll be 2 out of 3 plus boss and top. Sylvanas hearthing out. Genji looking to clear things out in mid with the help of Muradin. They should be able to save mid fort. Stormbolt into Cure right now. Has the Ardent Defender and is forced to use it. Mind Control just came off a cooldown, by the way. Does find Imperious. Sylvanas getting polymorphed. The Anub'arak burrows in. Will the Forsaken may have mitigated any CC incoming and has the movement speed buff as well. Mid fort goes down. Genji, shurikens thrown back. Boss in top lane. Camp in mid. Curse tribute on the right side for Stack of Doom. And has 16 been the turn of tables? Has Stack of Doom turned things around with this 16 talent tier? Giant Slayer, Templar's Verdict, Criterize, Epic Enter, as well as your Melting Touch for Imperious? It's a 2-kill advantage. Let's say about a half a level lead on the left-hand side for Three-Legged Cat. And there's Curse. Bottom fort will go down, so at least parity. Okay, Imperious. Jeez. His voice line is silence. I don't know if you heard it there. So they get some pressure onto the bottom lane for it. Let the minion wave take care of that. Dahaka pushes back the top lane. He should have brush stock available or just Hearth on a top lane if needed.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Bottom 4 went down to that minion wave as we mentioned. 40 seconds still on objective timing here. Three-legged cat. Trying to take the series to a map 5. Trust me, chat, we want it. Nothing against the members of Stack of Doom. I just want as many games as possible. You know my motifing. Genji jumping out. Dahaka maybe fishing for a drag. 20 talents here. Oh, that's a drag onto Dahaka, but what's the follow-up damage? Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo to create a little bit of space. Mind Control from Sylvanas was used. I don't think it connected. Bottom keep is saved. Stormbolt finds Imperius as the Soothing Mist connects onto him as well. And Curse ends. It's 3 keeps to 3 keeps, albeit bottom keep down to about, let's say, 4,000 HP.
Let the curse
4,653. I was pretty close. Thank you, chat. Isolation, Contagion, Living Weapon, Rewind, Mind Control, Call of the Dark Lady, and of course, Farseer's Blessing. And we still have NGS after this too, so like even if this is a 1-3 game in the end, we still have NGS coming up right after, so yeah. Why not burn the candle at both ends and melt the middle as well? With 20 talents here advantage. Black Arrow from Sylvanas activated. Dahaka tries to drag Hanzo with the elongated tongue, but cannot find the connection. Bottom keep over here around, let's say a third. Boss and bottom was just respawned. 2 minutes on top lane boss. Right side 20s. Bullseye, Invisible Friends, Seraphim, Rewind and Nubrak, and Impervious. They're setting up for a bush party. Does Kier see this? Stormbolt misses. Scatter goes out. Kier with the Avenging Wrath. Enemy team. Dahaka moves out of a bush. Boss is at full HP, so they know they're not on it. Muradin, Burrow Charge. Call the Dark Lady from Sylvanas was the level 20 pickup as well. Cocoon into the Genji. Did he go Crypt Weaver? No, he didn't. Sorry, I misread that talent right there. That's going to be a Stormbolt for Muradin. On to 2. Brightwing goes down. A Nubrak falls to the Nexus forces. Oh, chat. Is it going to happen? Dahaka flanking onto Hanzo, lands the drag. Wrath of Angiris from Imperius as the Stormbolt connects. Ausen goes down. And chat, I think we're heading to a map 5.
Shall we see if that is enough tribute to this?
Oh, self-cleanse with the Seraphim. Keep in bottom is going to be the priority. Black Arrow activated. Mind Control onto Cure right now. There's going to be a... to wrap up map number 4, and you love to see it. It's going to be a best of 5 in a playoff determining series for the Heroes 10th Anniversary EU Cup. Last qualifier, day number 1. We got a map 5. It's a best of 1 to who goes to the playoffs next weekend. There you go. Payout has been made. Ads are started. Map number 5 on the horizon. We're here, ready to go. All right, there we go. There we go. I fucking hate the internet so goddamn much. I hate it. Literally just went out for like 5 seconds. I have no idea, but there you go, everybody. We're back. Stupid. Oh my god, I want to scream.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
All right, well, for those that stuck around, thanks for sticking around. We are here in map number 5 of this series. I fucking hate my internet provider. It's so goddamn stupid in this stupid-ass country. Left-hand side, Nano on the Hanzo, High Wraith on the Hogger, Captain Rex will be your Rhaegar, twice on the Muradin, and Drac playing Falstad. Right side of the map is going to be Stack of Doom. We've got your Cure Dahaka, Darkmok on a Nubarak. We've got an Ultralisk Thrall, Ausin on the Li Ming, and linked will be your Stukov. God, that is so frickin' annoying. Our ad's gonna try and run again? Okay, it kept my ad blockage, which I will be happy about. God, that's so tilting, dude. Oh, no, it's gonna run ads. It's gonna run ads, because Twitch is a fucking dog shit company, too. Staggering blow, Stormbolt. Hanzo goes down first. As we didn't see much of the draft, but Hypercarry Li Ming on the right side, Falstad Hanzo for some global value. Hogger gonna bounce off the wall right here. That's so tilting, dude. I'm so tilted by this. Well, oh well. If you're here, thanks for being here. I'm sure everyone else went somewhere else to watch the game because, you know, why watch a streamer who has no good internet? Burrow charge into Impale. Hogger bouncing around, staggering blow into Li Ming. Root comes out as well. High Wraith getting low, gets picked off, and that'll be a second kill over the side of Doom's stack. Stack of Doom finding another one, as we do have Invade onto the camp as well, coming out from Stack of Doom. Dude, it's just so bullshit, too. Like, I literally lost internet for 30 seconds. Why? It's just long enough just to reset stream and kill my viewership. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, bud? Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. It's just tilting, man. Like, it's just so tilting, especially on a tournament day. And there's nothing I can do about it either. Literally every single flaw is not on my end, so there's nothing I can do about it, which is the most aggravating factor of all of this.
The first seed is sprouted. Gather it, would you? I would so hate.
Hogger balance on the left-hand side, working on camp. Hanzo helping out with that. We do have Garden Tear seed up and available here. Couple autos from Falstad here and there. Focusing onto the wave of Stormbolt from Muradin, lands onto the Anubarak as he burrow charges to the side. Thrall looks for a root, can't find anything. Are you on fiber or coaxial cable? Coaxial cable. We don't have fiber in Tahoe. I have 1,000 down and 1,000 up, but that still means it's still dog shit. It's my node. My node is awful. And they have sent so many crews to fix my node, and it's never fixed. They just keep sending crews to fix the node, and they never actually fix it. It's constantly losing connection out of nowhere for no reason. As the members of Stack of Doom pushing top lane, they find the burrow charge combo into Hogger there, as that'll be a Nubarak falling as well. Arcane Orbs and stuff flying into the fort front gate of top lane. I don't think it would matter if I was on fiber or coaxial cable, though. I don't think it really matters. Because Spectrum still can't provide a consistent upstream. That's the issue. 10 talents here, almost here. cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what the damage healing experience looks like right now. Little chain lightning out from Thrall, and take a peek into bottom lane up against the Hogger Dahaka. 1 to 3 in kills currently, as we do have those heroics coming through soon. Captain Rex and Falstad floating on in. Unable to get any pressure on Dahaka, so he was behind the fort front gate already. That's not the problem, Abi-san, because this has been a problem before I had 1,000 up and 1,000 down. I know you're trying to help, bud, but nothing you're gonna... I'm sorry. Nothing you can say is gonna help right now. I'm sorry, dude. I know you're trying to help, but it's... This has been an issue for 5 years, so... I don't know what to tell anyone. It has nothing to do with what they can provide and what they are providing. It's that they are not actually providing what I pay for. That's the issue. Their services are dog shit up here. That's what the issue is. Sundering, Cocoon, Isolation, Flailing Swipe, and Wave of Force. Simple geometry from the Hanzos. There's Cocoon on to Rhaegar in mid. Lurking Arm from Stukov. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo to try and create some space for the allies. The three-legged cat to back away. The Isolation does go out as well. Fishing. More Stormbows going in with the Explosive Arrow level 4. Shockwave from Hogger into the Staggering Blow. Stormbolt. Kira gets activation of his essence. Gust from the Falstad to push back the allies as Kira does Burrow. Thundering Thrall creates a little bit of space as well. And Li Ming will be able to get a reset, trying to jump in and look for some sort of reset onto the enemies further, but is unable to get these secondary kills, so they get Garden Terror Seed 2 of 3 on the right side. Scatters continue to poke out. I understand that, Abi, but I literally am talking to the local manager of my area. So, I mean, I understand that you'd like to help, but there's nothing you can do because I'm already in contact with the one person that can help me. And they have to go and they have to play it by the book. So everything they do is they have to wait for me to report an issue. Then he creates a thing, and then the crew goes out and fixes it at 2 a.m. And then we go through this entire cycle again. That's nothing else I can literally do outside of report the issue. I can't go up to the guy and be like, you should try this, because they're going to be like, fuck you, shut up.
You would best be ready to gather another seed.
This has been an issue for 5 years. I have not had 1,000 up and down for 5 years. Hell, 4 years ago, I was paying for business internet for 50 up and 200 down. And it was still the same issue. Goodbye, Falstad in top lane. Deleted.
Gather the seed, heroes, quickly.
Oh, 12 to 12 in, excuse me, 13 to 13 in our levels right now. We've got a Sundering Thrall on to Hogger as they delete him. Natural Agility Isolation from Dahaka goes fishing for something. And my internet crashed again, didn't it? And my internet's going again, isn't it?
Red team has destroyed a fort.
I hate this shit so much, I want to scream. Dragon's Arrow, Lurking Arm down from Stukov, Shockwave out from the Hogger as well. Flailing Swipes Thrall loses any stacks of his level 4. Not much you can do. I know the area. The company is the only high-speed provider in the town, and by contact remains. Yep. Nothing I can do. All I can do is report and sit here and give them money. And ruin my viewership by being a negative asshole about all this stress, but you know, whatever. Stormbolt misses, Murden Dwarf tossing in. Dahaka taking a little bit of damage. Scatter goes off the wall into Dark Maka Nubarak. 10.5 minutes in, we only have one major structure taken down so far, and that's going to be on the top left of the map. Oh, man. A little bit of pressure through bottom lane from Hanzo and friends. And Nubarak letting the impale. Augur, Shockwave, tries to back away. The allies are rotating in. And flailing swipes activated by Stukov. 2 out of 3 tribute points on the left-hand side for Three-Legged Cat. Dragon's Arrow goes out onto a Nubarak as well. Staggering blow, good scatters. On top of that, staggering blow lands onto Dahaka. Garden Terrors have been summoned over to the left-hand side of Three-Legged Cat. They're going to push in heavily with this. They will confirm bottom and top fort. Looking to grab mid, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do so. We do have a Avatar activated by Murden as the Ancestral will be self-cast onto Rhaegar there. It's actually on a 10-second cooldown because of the Cocoon. Lurking Arm expires from Stukov. And as I mentioned, top and bottom forts should be taken down from Garden Terrors. Mid fort will be saved. Actually, bottom fort might be saved as well. I thought it was a lot more damage than this, but yeah, top fort does get picked off. They're going to posture back into mid on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Stormbolt starts out a little bit of damage onto Thrall, who does finish out his level 4. Ancestral gets a connection onto Drak. The minion wave in bottom is pretty thick here. Might be able to take down the structure. Murden rotating in as well. 16 talents here, just slightly faster on the side of Stack of Doom. And this will be Rhaegar confirming bottom for it. You're human, we understand and appreciate you. Well, I'm glad you do, Abia. I'm very glad you do. Oh, is it gonna crash again? No. Not everyone shares the same opinion as you, so I appreciate that, bud.
Your enemy's defenses.
Piercing arrow for the Hanzo, level 16, by the way. Mirror Ball Li Ming. You got the Alpha Wolf on Thrall. Falstad, barrel rolls in. Ausen's the target of a lot of damage. The Gust saves the Li Ming. It actually pushes her further away because they were afraid of the reset potential, but yeah, no. It looked like a misplay on that Gust, but actually it was smart. Muradin will fall here though. Bottom fort was already taken down, so well, next seed is gonna be top center of the map. Couple kills there picked up by Stack of Doom.
I feel a seed of germ. Are you ready?
Alright, Siege Giants, Bruiser Camp for top lane. Seed is spawning. Top lane is looking pretty stacked up here. Could be a game-winning position for Stack of Doom.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed with yours?
Okay, so Garden Terror, the wave that we were talking about just now with the stacked up camps will be cleared away by Falstad. Garden Terror and top goes back by the fort. Mid lane about neutral mid position. Bottom lane same as about mid in the neutral mid position. Overgrowth plant comes out. Hanzo Falstad clear that away. They're looking to step up for some sort of drag. Gets CC'd by Muradin with a Stormbolt. There's a Sundering. Drag misses. Lurking arm down from Stukov. Mid fort will go down. Hogger doing his best to manage bottom. Garden Terra phase still really healthy for Stack of Doom here as they start encroaching onto mid and top keeps. Bottom still being pushed back by Hogger, around 75% HP. Very healthy and hardy Garden Terra phase still, as Three-Legged Cat struggles to try and clear away the objective. So they will clear up mid. It is going to be keep saved. Falstad does the same in top. Bottom lane, same thing. Okay. Alrighty. Half a level for 20 on the right side. They can just kind of slowly pick that up from waves around. But all the waves are being pushed up, so either play aggressive or... I mean, I think Stack of Doom wants to play aggressive. Impale just to check the bush there really quickly in case anyone was hiding. Rewind, or no, sorry, Bolt of the Storm for Thrall with his Wind Rush 80-second cooldown. Rewind to Nubarek, Contagion to Haka, Flailing Swipe, Controlled Chaos, excuse me, and Talrosh's Elements. Still waiting for 20 on the side of Three-Legged Cat. All three keeps available for both teams. Some key front gates have been taken down a little bit. Hanzo Symbol Geometry getting extra scatter arrows there, and piercing bops through. Camps to be stolen away. Sonic Arrow from Hanzo does get some vision. Twice thinks about throwing a Stormbolt, but thinks better of it. They will be able to get 20 off this camp over here in top lane. Next seed spawning at the bottom left of the map. 0 and a 3 on both sides. As we do have Farseer's Blessing, Power Spike, Bullseye, Wind Tunnel, and Rewind for Muradin. If Falstad gets a really good Wind Tunnel like up against the wall right over here, that could be massive for the team. We'll see if he tries to angle for it. If he barrel rolls over here, he could definitely get... He has the angle for it realistically, but I think Drac is a little scared of potentially barrel rolling into that aggressive positioning and getting bodied or cocooned or something. Keep still saved in bottom lane. Mid-wave will be worked on here as well, and I think they're going to give this objective phasing. Spectrum service alert. Spectrum service in and around your area is being disrupted by a power outage. You will receive an update by 3 p.m. That doesn't make me worried at all. That doesn't scare me at all, chat. "12 minutes ago was that text message. Spectrum is not ever that quick with their service information. Drag attempted into Hogger, able to hog wild away. Garden Terror seat on the right side, favorable to the members of Stack of Doom. As a reminder, what's on the line for this series is going to be playoff. A playoff spot is literally on the line for this Garden of Terror map. If you lose, you're out of the Heroes 10th Anniversary EU Cup. If you win, you have a chance next weekend in the double elimination playoff bracket. All best of 5s and a grand finals of a best of 7. Scatter to get a little bit of vision. They did see the Anubrak Beetle. Impale thrown in. Li Ming combo. Thrall steps up. Lurking Arm Cleanse. Ancestral. Somehow Muradin lives. The Wind Tunnel up against the wall is not the angle they're hoping for, and it's a call to disengage. It must be some kind of automated... Oh, no, it is freaky, but it's just the automated messages are never that quick, ever. It's usually like 45 minutes to an hour after it's happened. Shockwave onto Cure, who burrows and activates Essence. Muradin rewinds, activated. Big Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo as Hogger gets a bounce through a few enemies. Controlled Chaos swipes from Stukov as a good scatter goes off the wall from Nano. They want to chase in further, but this will be Garden Terror Seed still up for contest. Spectrum is just never that quick with any information, is my point. Uh-oh, Cure burrows. Muradin tries to read the unburrowing time with that Stormbolt, but doesn't land it. Captain Rex gets 2 out of 3 Garden Terror Seeds for the ally team. $43 stacks on the Falstad level 1. You can see his full auto attack build. Did go in for the barrel roll upgrade, the afterburner at level 16. That Wind Tunnel, though, as I said, Wind Tunnel can be a game-winning play if Falstad can find the angle. I mean, it can be absolutely massive. We'll see here, though. Another seed will be spawning. It is in the neutral bottom position. The members of Three-Legged Cat can give this if they want. They are positioned in a bit of an aggressive side of the map. Muradin for a flank, maybe. Hogger showing in mid for a second there. Camp will be grabbed for bottom. Stormbolt from Muradin lands onto Dahaka Thrall.
Gather the seeds before your
Scatter does go out, fishing for a little bit of vision there. Still a 5-kill advantage over the side of Stack of Doom. 22 to 22 in scaling in our levels. Thrall looking for the flank right now. Does have that Bolt of the Storm. I'm assuming it's off cooldown at this point too. Might go for like a Blink Sundering flank, but not seeing the angle for this one as he will be entering in. Hammering from Falstad. They take... No! They almost take down a Noobrek. There's the Sundering from Thrall, the Wind Tunnel, and that'll be Li Ming getting a reset off of Hanzo. They have to back off now. Hogger Hearthing on the bottom right of our screen. No one gonna detect him in time. And this will be 1 out of 3 tribute points to the side of Stack of Doom. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is... I mean, you can see the tension in the map for sure. This is definitely one of those maps where it's like, we know it's there's some tournament stuff on the line, if you will, so... A lot of patient playing. Next seed, favorable on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Hanzo will be respawning before the announcement even happens, so should be able to rejoin the team. 6 seconds on Siege Giants. And it looks like Three-Legged Cat will just give this for the time being.
The anticipation is building.
Oh boy, man. Hogger clears out bottom lane camp. We do have things pushing up in mid and top still. The seed can be given. The positioning is favorable to the side of Three-Legged Cat, but I think, yeah, Linked is still delayed out. Okay, they're just going to regain control of the map. Could be risky giving the seed over to the enemy team. 2 out of 3 on both sides. Li Ming pokes him with some Arcane Orbs. Brack burrows back. All heroics available as we are tentatively waiting for some sort of engagement. Little chunk onto High Wraith right there. My gosh. Dude, this is just such an insane map number 5. 25 minutes in almost.
A new seed is set to sprout.
Seed is on the bottom right, so it's a little far away, and I don't know if Three-Legged Cat might regret giving away the last one, but granted, the waves are really far pushed into them, so Garden Terrors would have had a long way to go before pushing up, so Sundering from Thrall for the initiation. Wind Tunnel from Falstad to push the enemies back. Stormbolt finds Dahaka. Rewind as well. Shockwave. Cure's low, but he gets the Essence activated. Cocoon onto Muradin. Totem goes down from Rhaegar. Li Ming Arcane Orb not connecting. Thrall and friends want to get Garden Terror, and I don't know if they're going to get delayed out by Muradin. Yes, they will. Okay. Or at least they won't be able to get the channel just yet. Stormbolt into Thrall. Little hammering action as well. Falstad barrel rolling back. Gust up in 27 seconds. Link's trying to get the channel, trying to pull the enemies to step up. Ultralisk on the right side of our screen, a little zoned. 16 on that Wind Tunnel for Falstad. 27 on the Shockwave for Hogger. Maybe less, I think, right? Because the Power Spike cooldown? Yeah, Rage's cooldown effects affect Shockwave, so it might be less. 4 seconds on Wind Tunnel. Link trying to go for the channel again. Link will get the channel. Garden Terror and bottom lane could be a game-winning push small minutes. We do have Hogger bouncing off of the sidewall, avoiding Li Ming damage. No, he dead. That's it right there, maybe. Oh, sorry. I thought I was on a. I thought I had one more zoom. Yeah, this Garden Terror is what I was talking about. This, I think, is Stack of Doom's victory path. If they can win off of this. They're calling for bottom. Hogger dead for 47 seconds. Is there a Wind Tunnel angle that Falstad can land here to maybe set something up for the team? Drag from Dahaka, Cocoon onto Falstad. Dragon's Arrow summoned or utilized by Hanzo as well. Ancestral goes out onto Rhaegar, hit with the isolation. Burden taps well. Wind Tunnel towards the mid-keep. Cure getting chunked here. Essence activated. Garden Terror on core gets some scratch to the shield, but mid lane Garden Terror pushing past keep with 75% HP. Really good damage onto the core here from Garden Terror. Li Ming Arcane Orb breaks past the shielding, and the Garden Terror gets a little bit of damage on the core. 73% remains as Falstad goes and clears out the catapult with Rhaegar really quickly. Top keep will fall. Garden Terror in top lane around 30%. 72% on this core right now as they do have a minion wave spawning. Falstad Wind Tunnel up in 19. Avatar in 8. Dragon's Arrow in 17. Ancestral 52. Cure and friends are going for core. They're calling to try and end here. Sundering from Thrall to create a little bit of space. That will be Garden Terror ending the map. And after 5 amazing maps in the series, Stack of Doom will take it. And that'll be playoff territory of Stack of Doom. GG, well played. Oh, do we shift gears into NA games? I'm so nervous about my internet today, man. I really am. If it drops again, it's just gonna break me, but I also want to do more casting. So that's the issue right now, is I want to do more casting, but I'm afraid. So, what's up, Milo? How you doing, bud?